Well, quite an interesting episode. Hello again, fellow YouTubers. Solomon Pleasant back for another Breaking Bad episode review, and today we have Season 3, Episode 2, Caballo se Nombre. I really wish I knew what that meant. I have no idea. If somebody in the comments could tell me what that means, that'd be awesome. So, this felt like a long episode. It really did. So, this episode mainly shows Walter's depression and everything. It was very big. So, a lot of stuff kind of happens. First, we have the thing where we see Walter kind of getting into the fact that he becomes depressed, and mainly because Skylar's like, I don't want you near my children. By the way, I didn't say this in my last review, Skylar now knows Walter deals with meth, so there's that. And this entire time Saul's kind of there, and I'm liking Saul's character, because he's one of those people where it's just like, oh, well, that's nice that you're saying something, and I have just flipped the table on you, so I automatically win. He's one of those guys, and he's awesome right now. I'm really liking Saul and his little henchman dude, whoever he is. I can't remember his name. I don't think they've said it yet, but meh. We see those two hitmen again, and they know who Heisenberg is now. It's Walter. They know. And I'll get to the end in a second. Walter Jr. wants to live with Walt, and Walt's just like, he can't. And I really felt like, I felt the connection between Walt and his son. I could really feel it, whereas Skylar's a horrible person. I mean, Walt brings a pizza to her, and she denies the pizza. That's not cool. That's not cool. And no. Freaking Netflix. And there's actually a scene earlier where Walter Jr. is asking Skylar why you are being so horrible to Walter. And I'm just like, yes, thank you, Walter Jr. And he brings some things up. I'm like, thank you, Walter Jr. Finally someone says it. Besides that, there were actually a couple moments where I'm just like, this episode actually has a couple moments where, I can't talk. This episode, you're going to be doing a lot of what now? You're going to be doing that a lot because there's a lot of moments, especially with Jesse. Yeah, he's in this episode. Briefly, but he's in it. And he basically got the house back from his parents via buying it. Well played, Jesse. Well played. You've done well. Yeah, so I like this episode. I feel like part of my brain wants to say this should have been the season 1 opener, but part of my brain is like, yeah, there are just some things that wouldn't have worked out. It's okay for this episode to be where it is. And because of that, it's a good episode. It is. It's not... I've liked the other episodes better, but this is still a pretty good one. Some downsides to this episode is... Wow, just Walter's depression is really a big thing right now, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, the ending of this episode. So... the hitmen are just sitting there with an axe, just waiting for Walt to kill Walt, and they get a call from, I'm just going to say Gus, because it's Gus, and then they leave. Gus, what are you doing? What are you doing, Gus? Now, we haven't seen much of Gus, but I do know he becomes a bigger character in the future, so... And I know he's in Season 4, so... What is he doing? What is he doing? That's a big question. And another big question is when they're going to start making meth again, because I'm waiting for that to happen. Hasn't happened for a couple of episodes, I don't think they've done any form of meth since 4 Days Out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That's 6 episodes we've gone without any form of real action. The best... No! Freaking voice activate. We've got a total of 6 episodes without any form of action from the series. The only action I've seen is that those 2 hitmen blowing up the car. Also, that grandpa in the wheelchair. He knows a lot. He needs to be silenced at some point. But anyway, so yeah. Good episode. Nothing really necessarily wrong with it. I can understand where it is, so yeah, good episode. So, this has been Solomon Pleasant, and our next episode is IFT. God, someone in the comments pointed out that in Season 2, there were a couple episodes that would link together, like, I'm going to spoil something right now. In Season 2, apparently with some of the episodes that you put together, if you start with Season 2, Episode 1, 737, go to Season 2, Episode 4, Down, then you go to, I'm going to say Season 2, Episode 9, because I think that's, no, it's Season 2, Episode 10. Then you go to Episode 10, Over, and then you go to 11, Mandala, and then 12, Phoenix, and then 13 is ABQ. Apparently it links to 737, over Mandala, Phoenix, ABQ. And I don't know what ABQ means, but yeah, apparently they're tied together. So I'm kind of looking through this season right now, seeing, okay, how do these tie together? How do they? Looking at some of these episodes coming up. Also, this is the episode that I just watched. This is the one where the pizza goes on the roof, so I get that line now from that one episode, from that one show. If you guys know what I'm talking about, put a comment below saying what show I'm talking about, and you'll get a gold star. I don't know. I'll give you my approval, okay? Whatever. So I get that line now. Anyway, this has been Solomon Pleasant, and yeah, next episode, AFT. This has been Solomon Pleasant, signing off.